What's up, everybody? It's your boy Meme here. So, I'm waiting currently for... Oh my... Sorry. I'm waiting currently to, I'm waiting for the ThousandC2 server to be backed up right now. I recently just shut it down so that I could back it up. There were some... That's my parents' show. There were some big issues with size. Well, no, okay. I used to have a really bad download and upload speed, and therefore that meant that the SFTP file transfer between my computer and the server was extremely slow, as in days, which is the reason why all data was lost of the server, because everything was backed up on the server itself. So if there is a total server failure, losing all data, which is what happened, even the backups would be gone. But luckily, since I have a better Wi-Fi connection, and I think the person who hosts the server for me has a better Wi-Fi connection as well, instead of days, it only takes 5 to 10 minutes. And so that's very useful. So currently I'm backing up the server now. Yeah. I'm also trying to get Arch Linux ARM on my Raspberry Pi, because while Raspbian is nice, you know what I mean? Plus I just prefer Arch, and I like the customizability of Arch, even though all Linux distributions are technically the same amount of customizability. It's just Arch is really do-it-yourself, you know? And I'll be able to have a CLI desktop, because nobody really needs a graphical user interface or a desktop environment for a Raspberry Pi unless they're doing something weird with it. It's almost halfway done after like 5 minutes, which is great. What else is there? Oh, I was gonna talk about Ryzen. So this is the box that my CPU came in. As you can tell, it's a Ryzen CPU. It's still very heavy because the cooler is still in here, and I don't like using the coolers that come with CPUs. I don't know if they're called coolers. I'm not an expert, because I got a separate one which was like a million times the size of the CPU. It was really funny looking, but it has RGB and it's nice. And anyway, so the reason why I'm so adamant to use AMD GPUs and not GPUs, oh god, no, not AMD GPUs, AMD CPUs, is number one, because my dad likes AMD CPUs, and that's what kind of brought me into this whole thing, but also because I don't do just gaming with my computer. While Intel CPUs are technically better for gaming, and I do understand that, Ryzen is just much better for general purpose, high load stuff. There's some numbers up here. Okay, it doesn't seem like anything important. So yeah, that's like, I do a lot of video compression, and I do a lot of video recording. I don't know if that has to do with CPU, but one sec. Could you guys be a bit quieter? I'm recording my video. Thank you. Anyway, so yeah, video compression, and yeah, that's basically the main thing. And I'm sure if I had an Intel CPU, while video compression would still be faster than my older computer, it wouldn't be as fast as it is currently. You know, a lot of people upgrade their PC every 4 years or so, and while I could have done that with my old PC, number one, I didn't know how to do it at the time, and number two, you don't need to. My computer had basically the same specs for 10 years. There were definitely some upgrades along the way, and so I would say I had about 7-year-old computer by the time I got rid of it. It's still sitting here in my room, by the way. I just like to keep it, you know. Sorry, I was reading something. It was a YouTube comment. And I ran games perfectly fine on medium settings to low settings, and it was at like 40 FPS, and I didn't care because I didn't realize how great above 60 FPS was. The only time I got above FPS in games was like, super smooth, super optimized Valve games, like, you know, Half-Life 2 and CSGO and CSS and stuff. Yeah. Anyway, I'm just honestly really glad I'm using Linux now, because I recently just restarted my computer because I was installing something that required it for a dumb reason. But sorry, I really have to go to the bathroom. This video might end soon. But before that, my computer ran for 7 days straight of uptime, and I had no issues whatsoever. It was great. Okay, I really have to pee now. Bye.